Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek. I'm sitting down with Benjamin Carignan from Les Bottes des Jeux. And you've brought us a prototype, so we should stress that, I'm going to hold this up just so we can see the whole thing in camera. This is the prototype of It's a Wonderful World.
Exactly.
But because it is still a prototype, things might change a little bit from now to then.
Yeah.
But you guys certainly have quite a lot of it finalized and plenty enough to show us what to expect.
Yeah, so all the rules that I will be talking about are quite definitive. The artwork as well is already made. What is really subject to be changed are all the icons and the cards layout, so we're working on it currently, so this might change to be even more straightforward and comprehensive and things like that. Also, we're not sure how the resources will be. Will it be wooden, plastic, cardboard? We don't know yet. All right, so this is It's a Wonderful World, and in this world you're heading a city, and this is your choice to choose whether you want to develop the science way, military way, financial way. You can even do a little bit of all of them, etc. There are crossed strategies. This is a card drafting game and resources engine game. And this is first I will explain how to read a card. So it will explain a lot of the mechanics of the game. So first we've got the name here. So here it's in French, but obviously it will be in English. Here I'm not sure you can read it because the color, it's a portrait of color so far. It's the number of the same card that will be in the deck.
Got it.
But by the way, there will be around 150 cards in the deck and roughly 80 different cards.
So this says a 1, so this is the only version of this card.
This one is a unique card, and a few cards are in more than 5 copies, etc. So the name, the number of copies. Here, this is the resources needed to build the card, so 2 green and 1 yellow. At the bottom left here, I've got how many points you will score at the end of the game if you manage to build it. Here at the bottom, if you build this card, you will produce after that this kind of resources. So, you just tuck it under your cards
and easily see what you're producing. Yep.
Exactly. And what changes from other, basic cards are this thing here. It's the resources you can get if you chooses not to build this card. So as I said, it's a card drafting game, so we'll have cards in our hands and we will pick one of them and give the rest of the hand to our neighbor, and so on and so on. So obviously at first you want to pick cards that are good for your city, but if you have a look to the other cities, then you're tempted to pick cards that prevent the other players from having them. But most of the time when you do this, you don't know what to do with this card, you are just wasting your time. Now with this, you can recycle the cards and get benefit from it.
So if I pass along this human cloning, I'm going to get a yellow for giving it up.
Exactly. And you get this yellow cube, and you can use it right away to help you with your own strategy. Maybe you're not interested in developing the science way, but you need gold to expand your financial strategies.
Right.
So, all right, and also you've got things in the middle here that are bonuses you can unlock when you build it.
So it's going to show what those look like when they're stacked together.
Yeah, this is what it stacks, and just before you stack it, you will get this token there when you build it, but it's only one, so that's why it's covered up just after. So these you can get, a businessman, or you can get military women, and they are 1 point worth each at the beginning, but you can pick cards that will boost their points there. So for example, if I decide to build this super soldier cards, then my military tokens then are worth 1 extra point each. So I will do my strategy according to that. This is a really fast game because we'll only play 4 turns. So each turn, obviously, we will draft the cards in one way and then the other way, just as usual. But these 4 turns you really see the end coming soon. So you don't have to be afraid to, when you pick 7 cards at the beginning of the game, maybe you will trash 4 of them to help you build the 3 remaining ones. So it's not in the long term. You're really in a hurry and try to do as much as you can, as fast as you can.
It looks like some of those businessmen in the military are tied to certain resources as well.
Exactly. So when we drop these cards, we have them in front of us, and when everybody has chosen their cards, you will choose the ones you want to build and the one you want to trash to get the resources. And once you've done that, then you will have your cards, the one you've chosen to build, and because you've trashed other cards, you managed to have had a few resources beforehand. And then we will all start producing what our cities produce. So we'll do it one kind at a time. So first, everybody will produce their grayish token there. So here I produce 2 of those, and I will ask all of the other opponents how many they do. And if someone has the majority of them, he produces 4 of them, and me only 2, and this one only 3. So he gets the token.
The matching token.
So in addition to the cards you picked and you try to build to score points, you also try to get the majority of the productions to get the tokens that are also worth points. So we do it one after the other, and this is important because if you manage to build something, for example, let's say at the beginning of my production phase, I was like this. We'll say first we'll produce the first kind of resources, so the grayish resources. I produce 4 of them, so I have 4 little tokens here, and I put them where I want. I can choose to put them there. Up, and this one is already finished. So if it's already finished, I don't wait the end of the turn. I already put it there, and it will help me produce in the same turn.
Because green's going to come later.
Because exactly, you're right. But on the other hand, if the last thing that we produce is this blue resources, if this one finishes my thing, it's too late for this turn. I will have to wait the other turn, so we start again to have the benefits of
you had described this as a resource engine game.
Yes,
that
exactly.
The cubes will build the cards will give you cubes, and so on and so on.
And to optimize this, the more that possible, then you really have to take this order into account, and also the resources you get by trashing the cards before you do this before the production. Those seeds helps do this in the right order.
So based on your poster here, coming to Kickstarter first for April.
Exactly, and then we'll have a deluxe version in the Kickstarter, and then it will also be available with a retail version in September. What I just wanted to add quickly is with this game we have a really in-depth solo mode as well to learn all of the strategies, as well as a campaign mode with a little bit of a legacy thing, because the more you play it, the rules will change a little, and we will unlock secret cards that will go into your deck and change it a little.
I'm really glad you mentioned that, because I think that's really unique that you wouldn't expect a resource management game like this to necessarily have any sort of campaign or legacy type characteristics to it. So
this is a nice addition, I think.
If you guys want to check that out, that is It's a Wonderful World, which is going to be coming out later this year via Kickstarter and then general publication.
End of April, starting May for the Kickstarter campaign.
Perfect. Well, Benjamin, thank you again.
Thanks. See you.